Okay. Assalamualaikum, a very good afternoon to all. So our group 10, will be presenting about the effect of online learning experience of university students during COVID-19 pandemic. Alright, here is our group members. First is me, Nuazrin Arisha bin Muhammad Zaidi, Ahmad Faiz Hafizin bin Muhammad Sukri, Muhammad Fakrul Ashraf bin Sufai, Muhammad Afham bin Nazri, and lastly Quraisha Nadal Kibalu. I'll pass the floor to Afham.
Okay. For the introduction part, our team chose sustainability development goal, which is number 4, which is focused on guarantee high quality education for all. We should be looking for anything that impedes education expansion because it's so crucial in achieving a greater quality of life. We want to know how the student adapt new situation which they have been forced to use online learning for the first time due to COVID-19, which may give an enormous impact to their learning experience. Next, I will pass to Fakrul.
So for the problem statements, the problem is the difficultness in adapting with the new norm of online learning since most students is familiar with face-to-face method. The issues that occurs in this problem is that students got a bad time in interacting with lecturers since stable internet connection is required. Then bad internet connection plus the uncomfortable home environment unleash more damage to the students, which will affect a lot of their attention in class. And the last one is the inflexibility of time to attend the online class has decapitated the students' daily time schedule. So next, I will pass to Faiz.
Okay, next is literature review. So the first one, Nier found that during online classes, the engagement between students and lecturers are lower compared to face-to-face lecture. Some will use pre-recorded video. When the students enter the session, the video of lecture will be played until the end. So students who may not be able to catch up on what have been taught by their lecture can refer to the recorded video provided and understand better of their learning. These factors are considered as advantage to the students who are able to access those features. Yet, it might happen otherwise to certain students due to some technical problems that cannot be avoided. Besides, Barber and Reeves claim that high levels of digital literacy are required for students to access and use relevant information and communicate with others via technology devices. Students who lack of this ability may find it challenging to online learning. So it was found that 50% of the respondents agreed that online learning has helped them to improve their technical skills in face-to-face classes. This shows that online class has affected the learning experience of the student as it affects the communication as well as the bond between the teachers and students. Okay, next.
This is the research question that were formulated in order to guide the study. So the first one is how university students perceive their learning experience in online learning during COVID-19 pandemic. The second one is does the flexibility of time and place in implementing online learning affects the learning experience of university students positively. And the last one is what kind of problem that students face while participating in online learning. Next. So for the hypothesis part, I will pass to Afam.
Okay. For the hypothesis, our hypothesis based on the research objective and its review. It will be our baseline of our project whether this hypothesis is accepted or rejected. For our hypothesis is students are able to adapt with the online learning and get best experience of online learning during COVID-19. For the null, students are not able to adapt to online learning and have a bad online learning experience during COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, next. So for the significance of study, the motivate is to understand and record how exactly the situation of a student who participating in online learning before, during, and after the session. The benefit university students who are involved with online learning will get an exposure about good or bad effect on online learning. This research also tell the student that there are a lot of other way who may also the same problem as them when participating in online learning. Next.
Alright. Now, I will be explaining on the methodology that we use to conduct this research. The approach used to gain both quantitative and qualitative data are by distributing online survey questions to those that are still undergoing their studies at a university and those who already finished their studies. The targeted participants of our research were university students that both have been implementing online learning in their studies. The parameters were that these respondents must have at least an experience learning with online learning during their studies period as they can give feedback regarding their learning experience. The questionnaires in the survey was related to the research questions and mainly focused to find out whether students' learning experience was affected with the application of online learning. The online survey consisted of multiple questions such as demographic questions to identify our respondents, rating scale to enable respondents to express how much they agree or disagree with the questions provided, and their expression on the topic in their own words. The section of the survey were divided by three, which is demographics, students' online learning experience during pandemic, and factors that affect student online learning experience. Next, I will explain on the finding analysis. From 50 respondents that answered the survey, 66%, which equates to 33 people, are female, while the rest, which is 34%, 17 people, are male respondents. The survey shows that a large number of respondents, which is 36%, are in their home, while 14% of the respondents are in their university. Alright, this is the platform that the student used and the internet access connection. 66% of the respondents have a full access to the internet connection, while 34% of the respondents have a full access, but it did not work well sometimes. Alright, so this is the time contributed for online learning in a day. As you can see that there are different of time allocated for online learning in a day because different students had different timetables and time spent on online learning. From 50 responses, 44% of them they prefer physical classes, or in other words face-to-face classes, while 4% of them prefer online learning rather than a physical classes, while the remaining of the respondent, which is 52%, comfortable to conduct their learning either online learning and physical learning. Next, 44% of the respondents, there are hardly any changes to their academic performance during the implementation of online learning, and 30% of them, their academic performance had worsened during the online learning implementation, and 36% of them, their academic performance has improved during the online learning. Alright, so this shows does online learning motivating and the flexibility of time and place in implementing online learning. Alright, now I will discuss on the problems faced during online learning from our respondents. First is uncomfortable home environment. Second, internet connectivity issues. Third, same routine and their lack of motivation. Next is lack of resources, and they have no friends while executing the online learning and had a hard time to have physical interaction with friends and lecturers. Alright, next. Okay, this is the students' online learning experience during pandemic. 32% of them rated their internet connection 5, which is the best condition, while the highest percentage was 48%, where the respondents rated as 4. And almost half of the respondents, specifically 46%, stated that it is moderately effective, and 32% of them stated that it is slightly effective to have online learning during the pandemic. Next, I will be talking about how helpful has the lecturers interact with the students and providing materials to learn online. The highest percentage is 36%, which consists of 18 respondents who agree that their lecturers have been effective in terms of interaction and providing materials to learn online. None of the respondents state that the lecturers are least helpful. Next, 74% of respondents considers that they having a stable internet connection is very important while implementing online learning, where 32% of them state that it is important for them, while the remaining of 4% thought it is moderately important to have a stable internet connection during online learning. Alright, this is the result for the communication between lecturers and students has a significant impact on students' academic performance and implementation of online learning. Most of the respondents considers that it is very important, while the second highest percentage of responses is consider that it is important to have an interactive communication between lecturers and students during online learning. While 41 respondents strongly agree that bad online learning experience will affect students' academic performance. And lastly, the highest percentages is 70%, which consists of 35 respondents who strongly agree that time constraint and uncomfortable online learning surrounding affects students' learning experience negatively. That is all from our findings. Now I will pass to Kuresha to discuss on the findings.
Thank you, Anisha. In this discussion part, we have analyzed majority of the students facing difficulty in joining or undergoing their online learning due to unstable internet connection. Majority students are comfortable in both learning method, and although majority students are comfortable, there are students who disagree that online learning is more motivating than physical learning, and it has hardly any changes in academic performance. And also a significant number of students have said or given feedback saying that there is a positive online learning experience. There are various problems faced in online learning which causes negative experiences to the students. The interaction between the students and lecturers have been positive and helpful to the students. The students have been facing poor academic performance due to bad online learning experience. And the limitations that we have analyzed is internet connectivity, lack of knowledge on technology usage, lack of resources and motivation, and difficulty in understanding online learning. Next, I'll be passing it to Faiz.
So for our conclusions, the study concluded that online learning has made quite a significant impact on the learning experience of university students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Most of them are motivated during online learning periods. Simply said, that learning can become interesting and helpful whenever it is attached to technologies. The respondents have given various feedbacks regarding the internet connectivity issue faced by students in online learning. Although the students have various features for them in online learning platform, such as watching the recorded sessions of the class or taking screenshots of the class notes, this connectivity issue does affect the study process of the students negatively. The interaction between the students and lecturers does take place quite often, which is effective, helpful, and benefits more to the students. This allows the student to make inquiries for further understanding and the opportunity to voice out their opinion. Dawson strongly agree that time constraint and uncomfortable and online learning surrounding affects the student learning experience negatively. This indicates that if this time constraint and uncomfortable online learning surrounding persists, it could adversely affect the experience of the students toward the new learning method. So that's all from us. Thank you.